Hello sir, myself Poojan Gampa and today I am here to present a PPT on Introduction to Linux. So without wasting our time, let's get started. What is Linux file system? A Linux file system is a structured collection of files on a disk drive or a partition. A partition is a segment of memory and contains some specific data. In a machine, there can be various partitions of memory. Generally, every partition contains a file system. A general purpose computer system needs to store data systematically so that we can easily access the files in less time. Types of Linux file system. So here we can see the various types of Linux file systems. The first is ext1, ext2, ext3, ext4, JFS, XFS, BTRFS, swap. So these were the Linux file systems. Which file does my system use? So basically, firstly, short for a disk free, where df is a command used to display the free disk space in Linux and other similar operating systems. It is also used to understand and ascertain the file system that are mounted. So first we can see in the first row where df is there, and we can see a little option comes in open your terminal and execute this command. We can see the output down here. This is a variation of the df command. It will display the file system type along with the currently irrelevant information. Here we can see in the first row where df is there. In the second column under type, the file system is defined. What is top level in Linux? Slash is a top level directory of Linux system. It means root, thus it is root dictionary of system. All the rest of the directory structure emanates from its like branches from the root of the tree. It is a type of pyramid structure. This can be observed in a terminal by using the command cd. If you can see in the first row where cd slash is there. Most disks have the same structure and the difference between of them being only minuscule. What are the Linux file system directories? There are many types. The first is /bin, essential utilities. The directory contains the core system programs and important utilities. For example, commonly used and well-known commands such as cat are located in /bin directories. The reason for this is that if the utilities are not stored in this directory, there is no certain that the system will have access to them if there isn't a file system mounted. There is directory /bin that is very similar to /bin as it contains core system administration binaries. Boot /boot for a boot contains files that are required in order for the system to be booted. For example, BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System. The BIOS is responsible for executing the master boot record, which is called as MBR, boot loader. It checks the integrity of hard disk of the system before launching the MBR. /boot also contains Linux kernels and many other files in addition to BIOS. Though these files configure files are not stored in boot, rather they are stored in slash etc. along with many other various config files. Slash etc. etc. Configuration files. As we discussed before, the configuration files of BIOS and other similar zip files can be found in slash etc. You can edit these configuration files in a text editor as you see fit. Basically, every single kind of configuration file is located in slash etc, including but not limited to system configuration files. /home. Home folder contain event. There's home folder for every user on a system, and each one is contained together in the /home directory. These folders are created using the name of our username. For example, your username is Joe, so your home folder would be located in home Joe. /lib lib libraries for programs. Each program or binary uses specific libraries to function, and the slash library directory is where these libraries can be located. Slash media, mounted media, contains subdirectories where your physical media devices are mounted. For example, a CD, if inserted into a system, you can access its contents though its directory that is created in the slash media directory upon insertion. Slash MNT, temporary mounts. This directory is used for mounting temporary file system. If you are using a file system for a very specific purpose and for a relatively brief period of time, you would probably mount it in MNT, though you can mount it anywhere on the system if you use so choose. Slash OPT, optional packages. The slash OPT directory contains a set of subdirectories where optional software packages are located at and managed by the package manager. Slash proc, kernel and process procedure files. The slash proc directory is another interesting case of a directory that contains these fake files, very similar to the slash dev directory that we discussed earlier in the list. These files are special files that are actually, and interestingly, system and process information. Slash root user directory. As we discussed before, every user has his own home directory. This is the home directory of the root user. The root user's home directory is located at slash root, which is not worthy because it is unlike the rest of other users. Home directory is not located in slash home. Like we have said above in the earlier section of this article, slash root is different from the root directory, and this fact should be committed to memory if possible. Slash SBIN, System Administration Programs. The SBIN directory is similar to the slash bin directory in that it contains essential programs, but it differs with the addition that it is intended to be used by the root user. Slash TMP, temporary files. The slash TMP dictionary is used to store temporary files that are deleted the system is restarted. Utilities such as watch can be used to delete these temporary files in the temp directory. Slash dev, device of files. Linux displays currently devices as file and the slash dev directory contains these files, though the thing is, as you can see by a little title, these are not actual files. They just appear as files. Slash dev is also where physical drives can be mounted. Slash var, variable data. The slash var directory is used like the slash usr directory. Only instead of being read only, it is writable. This directory contains system logs and other various variable data. The last I think so. Thanks for a variable time, sir. Thank you.